Alrighty, welcome. What the heck is that? Not in the correct format. Embarrassing. Very embarrassing. But we are live. We are here. We are ready to make some picks. Got a decent amount of picks today. Don't really have a topic. So I'm going to try and see if I just have stuff to think about as we go through the picks today. And if not, it's just going to be a shorter stream. It's okay to have some shorter streams sometimes. So here we started Bijan, Javante, Brees Hall. And we're looking at T-Mac as our first wide receiver. This looks good to me. This is why I have T-Mac ahead of Judkins, is for these cases. Oh, I need to also check the fill rate. Again, we're not gonna get left out. We'll be in 150 eliminators, 100%. Hopefully, streaming all the picks. Doing my best to do that. So, but should be good. So, next one, we're at the 1.3. We take Chase. Huzzah. Especially with whatever the heck is going on with Puka and his nonsense. Just. Pardon me. Yeesh. Didn't quite get the mute button there in time. But yeah, just take Chase and take Amon-Ra St. Brown. Continuing to get him locked and loaded. So this is starting Jefferson. I may go Barkley over Walker. Like, I really don't get a lot of Barkley, and I'm going to have even less. And I do want to not be completely out on Barkley, so let's go and grab Barkley here. We'll have the two there. We will go here. It's saying Scatabo. I'm definitely out on Higgins. I don't think Waddle's the answer. This may be McConkey in my mind over Scatabo here at the 4.4. Yeah, I think McConkey here is good. We're at the Jacksonville receivers problem where I have BDJ too highly ranked, which is annoying. I am planning on getting my rankings fully updated tomorrow during the day. So we will not be running into this Chuba Hubbard, Brian Thomas problem here. So as it is, Brian Thomas may still be the pick. But 3 running backs, 2 receivers. I mean, with 2, Brian Thomas is probably actually even stronger of a pick than normal, in my mind. And probably less likely to get through the turn. So yeah, we'll go ahead and say, even though I'm not standing by my ranking necessarily, Brian Thomas, I think for this team in this spot, he's probably correct. There, that actually feels pretty good. There. Here at the 3. Started Jamar Chase, AJ Brown. Kick says Trey McBride. I'm looking at a third receiver between Neighbors and Rice. Oh my gosh, the Week 17 correlation for Zay Flowers. So cool. I think it's weird. I want to be mixing all 3 of these guys in. And I feel like I've taken a lot of Rice here recently. So I think I'm just going to take Rice again. But I'm going to try and be super cognizant about my Rice versus Neighbors selections moving forward. Nico Collins over Javante, 100% of the time. Thank you very much. Not 100% of the time, but feels good there. Omarion Hampton falling to 21. Yeah, I guess I take Omarion Hampton with Puka. That's That's not super common. I like that. Absolutely. People are scared. I'll absolutely catch the falling guy there. So we start Amon Ra Bowers. McBride is here at the top. I'm not taking McBride. How did Jacobs fare today? Not available for preseason opener. Out for at least this week. Okay. So that's not good news. What the hell is this? Co RB1. I'm not sure that I believe this, but if it's true, I'm going to probably cry a little bit. That's ridiculous. Co RB1 with Kamara? No, there's no way. There's no way they're that stupid. I refuse to believe it. I may actually take Devonta Smith here. So I don't have to worry about. So now I'm going to take Travis Etienne. Oh, he's going to fall. It's a tough one. Maybe it's correct to take Trey McBride. As crazy as it sounds. If he's like legitimately going to produce these people, but I don't think he is. This is tough. This is actually a really tough pick. Glad I have some time to think about it. Look at the board here. Yeah. Maybe with the like heavy running backs over here, I can get maybe one of these running backs to come back to me in the fourth. I'm going to take Devonta Smith, but I'm not sure that's the correct pick. That's a tough one. That was a tough one. We come back to not a tough one. We come back to Rashee Rice here, which is nice. Man, Devonta Smith, it's just a tough click in that range. The two tight end thing, I think would be crazy. That's just so much capital at that position. I'm not necessarily comfortable spending. I mean, that is the problem with taking so much Bowers, is that when the right times to take McBride pop up, I can't do it on those teams. So Waddle versus Judkins for me. We've got Nakua Brown Neighbors. I think this is the style of team where I am going to take Waddle. It covers the bye really well with when I have other really strong receivers. I can always have these. I can count on these four guys being in my starting lineup most weeks, and I think it's reasonably likely I get one of these running backs back. Not super likely, but reasonably likely I get one of my top three running backs back, and that would be really awesome. If I don't, I might take Luther Burden, but I'd probably go Lamar Jackson in that case. Probably. Yeah. So we're here at the 3-4 turn. And I kind of am just at the point where I'm just like, yeah, I'll take it. I think I'm more like these are both bad signs, and they're not nothing burgers, but I still think both these guys should be going earlier, or should have been going earlier. So this may be closer to their fair price, and if it's their fair price and they're the best picks on the board, then I'm gonna take them there. Ugh, man, it's got to just be a difference thing with the co-RB1 listing, and then the groin thing. Let me pull it up another place where I can look at it. Eventually confirms his absence stretches a week and a half. Not considered long-term or serious. Yeah, I think I'm fine. Just like not worrying about Jacobs as much. Just like only worrying about Jacobs a little, saying that it's probably going to be fine, but it's tough. We have Derrick Henry here after one of my few Genty starts, and smash that button, baby. Absolutely, gimme. I need more big dog in my life. Wolf. Yeah, this seems like a pretty clear T. Higgins. Jalen Waddle. No, thank you. I'll be grabbing T. Higgins. Is there any thought to grabbing my pick of the running backs? No, because I'm just not getting these guys back. So we grab T. Higgins. Great. Nice and simple. French Eliminator, we started Breece Hall, Jamar Chase, Drake London, Ted Arroyo, McMillan, and saying Luther Burden. Hopefully be ready by the start of the season. It's not necessarily a lock. Ugh. I don't like that. That is the sort of thing that makes me go, oh, maybe I need to change my opinion about Colston Lovewood. Is if he could miss week 1, week 2, like not be fully healthy at the beginning of the season. Trivion's interesting, I guess. Humpty Dumpty Dum. This is a tough one. It's like if I want to just like not make the decision, I can just take Devontae Adams, but or JMO. I could take JMO. It's not as good with the week 6 bye earlier. I don't know. It's tough. Because I really don't know what's going on with the injury stuff, and I never seem to know what's going on with the injury stuff, and that makes it kind of difficult. We may come back to this one. I want some more time to think on that. This one we started Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, CeeDee Lamb. I feel like Garrett Wilson is pretty nice, clear step above everyone else. Let's go ahead and lock him in. Feels good. We started here with McCaffrey, Bowers, and we get Rice falling back to us, which we will gladly take. Getting a lot of Rice. Here we started Nakua London Neighbors. This is where and Psychic is really bullish on Tootin. Listed as co-starter again. Very funny. I think I've been taking a lot of T-Mac, so I'm okay pivoting away from it. It's just, and I'm not doing Judkins into those bye weeks. So it's whether I do Irving or Tootin. I think I want to up my Tootin exposure. It's probably a good place to do it. Grab Vishal Tootin there. Here we started 3-1. Henry, Etienne, Jacobs, CeeDee Lamb. Lamar with Henry actually does feel really good. Let's just lock that in. Nice elite quarterback. Don't get to do that a lot. I do a lot of elite tight end, not a lot of elite quarterback. So This works fine. Frenchie Elam 3. Zay Flowers has gone. Very sad. It's like, who hasn't gone? Jeremiah Love, who I'm not touching with the 10th pole, so we'll grab Rashid Rice. There. Another Hampton fall. Man, people are really taking this news seriously. I guess about this high hand approach or something, or just he's falling. But I'm not that afraid. I trust Omarion Hampton to be better. So if he's not, I'll have other problems to deal with. How about not this one? Yeah, I'll take Gibbs. Thank you. We got took T-Mac on this team earlier. I think earlier tonight, maybe even. Bijan, Javante, Hall, T-Mac going in for Mike Evans here. Yeah, he's coming back from his quad stuff. Sounds like nicely. Man, this is the burden stuff. Ugh. Very unfortunate for my Loveland opinion. Thankfully, my my opinion on most of the stuff has just been I'm staying away. At least staying away from the Bears. So yeah, we'll take Zay Flowers here. I need more of him. Get him at a good price. Now back to you. This is a tough pick. So I guess that we can like talk about injuries now a little bit. Like that can be our little like 10-minute topic. Because injuries obviously suck. Injuries are very annoying. Injuries make doing this a lot harder than maybe it needs to be. And yet it's also one of the reasons why this game is so fun and exciting and interesting is that anything can happen. You know? That players that aren't usually relevant could be relevant because football is a chaotic game. And the human body is not uniform. Like you have a lot of different people with a lot of different stuff that they can and can't do. And yeah, so it sucks. But it is a integral part of the game we play and an interesting part of the game we play. So you have to sort of suck it up and deal with it. Now, things like this, what I can figure out about Luther Burden's stuff is that Luther Burden has a groin injury. And these groin injuries seem to be like very like wide ranging in how severe they are. I'm going to be going to, this is me going to X, like trying to figure out what could be, like trying to see if there's anything more clear possibly about this injury that I can try and glean stuff from. Like, because I'm fine with missing the preseason because I don't think he's going to be that rusty coming back, but I'm worried obviously about re-injury. I'm worried about other nonsense. So I want to get more information as much as I can. Here we're at the 2 spot and we pick Bijan Robinson. It's nice and simple. Hopefully be ready by the start of the season. Let's just search Luther Burden. Yeah. It's not easy trying to find like medical updates for injuries that we didn't see and don't know what happened with exactly. Month. All right. Relatively small re-injury risk. For a possible second degree sprain. Like, man, this is just a tough one. This is really interesting, really annoying. Huh. Turns out into a grade 2 strain. Okay. So let's look at that. Like, grade 2 groin strain recovery time. Let's see how much I can learn about groin strains. 3 to 8 weeks. Not great. We can accept, I believe, up to 5 without him missing the start of the season. Not even that much. Because it's been a week and a It's been a hot second. Now, how long has it been since he injured himself? And generally, if you're looking at, it was 3 days ago. Okay. So yeah, it's like 5-ish weeks to the start of the season. 4.5 from his injury to start of the season. And that would be a really fast recovery from a grade 2 or like a really, really slow recovery from a grade 1 is what I'm reading. And then the re-injury thing, I think I'm more comfortable just taking at the face of it, where it's 1 in 20 to have a re-injury, which is pretty low re-injury risk. Like, I'm less worried about that and more worried about just problems with him at the beginning of the season. This is, I like working through injuries is probably one of the more complicated parts, especially when injuries like this ambiguous, I guess. Not easy. Not yet. I need to finish this pick. But it's hard. It's really tough because another receiver on this team is probably wrong, which is another thing that's sort of pushing me to tight end. I don't really like the running backs in this range. My initial thought would be Devontae Adams. I don't really love that buy overlap. Like, I can do it, but I prefer not to. Then Luther Burden, and now I'm getting a little bit more worried about the injury. And then I'm like, would I want to go down to Rome? Would I want to go down to Loveland? Because I do think the tight end positionally is the right thing here. I could just go all the way down to Tyler Warren. Say screw it. I don't want to even think about this Chicago Bears thing. But if I'm passing on Burden, that's like if I'm making the bet that Burden's not going to be ready week 1 or not really going to be good enough, that's probably the teams that are making those bets conscientiously are probably the teams that I do want to be taking Loveland on. So, yeah. I mean, I theoretically have 6% Loveland, 3 of the regular eliminators and 1 Frenchie. Because sometimes he does slide into the 6th round. I'm actually curious I might go back and look at that, like what teams I have Loveland on in the eliminator and see how I got them. Yeah, the more I talk about it, the more I'm like, I think this is the right team and time for Colston Loveland. And I may we're getting to the part where I may start hammering Loveland if we get bad injury news about Burden, because a bunch of these drafts are going to be coming up in that range here soon. But yeah, I think I'm going to click Loveland here. As awkward as that is with my railing against him, I think the not having Burden assumed to be back for week 1 materially changes my opinion on the Colston Loveland bet. I'm not as in on Loveland is because I think Luther Burden is going to be playing the Amon-Ra role and just be siphoning targets, just sucking up targets from everyone else to a large extent. And that Loveland is going to be it's going to be clearly Burden's team, and then Loveland and Rome are going to be competing. So yeah, let's just take a quick look for funsies. I don't know if there's a way that I can filter for Loveland teams and see. No, it doesn't look like it. See where I drafted Loveland. Maybe I can do it on BBMDB. That might be easier. I know you can't see this right now, but I will filters. I need just the Eliminator season, and I need Colston Loveland on the team. All right, there's one that is in my BBMDB. I streamed it on July 15th. And let me pull this up. Yeah, let's do this. Add to the stage. My teams. So this is where I took him. I took him at the 5.7, which is pretty early, I think, actually. Where did I just take him? Oh, the world may never know. No, I took him at the 5.3 here. So significantly earlier. Took him at the 5.7 after starting Amon-Ra, Hampton, Flowers, T-Mac. That's actually pretty similar to this team. No, it's not. It's got the T-Mac still there. But yeah. That's a toughie. I want to try and be more locked in. I may spend some time tomorrow just researching what's going on with Burden's injury. Because if I'm wrong about that, I need to be very active in changing what I'm doing. This popped up while I was sitting here kabitzing. Again, in a vacuum, I like Judkins here, but I'm going to go ahead and lean Irving for the bye week stuff because I think they're very, very similar. All these guys are pretty similar. And Irving will do what I need him to do. It'll work. Wow. Just keeps on popping up. We'll take Amon-Ra at the 9. Yeah. Injuries are hard. I hate injuries that we just don't understand well. It's just frustrating. Are you okay? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Mr. Dragon? Vacuums or dusty? What a lovely piece of wisdom from our friend Angry Dragon. I'm very confused. Are you just making fun of me for stating the obvious? Yeah, injuries suck, and I just don't understand what's going on. But, yeah, past my bedtime too. I don't know if you saw there was a couple of streams I did here when I was after rehearsal at night trying to stream. It was I watched some of them back. I legitimately don't make sense. It's embarrassing. So I'm gonna try and not do that, especially after a 2-show day today. I don't want to start going crazy on stream. So I made my picks. Had a little bit of talk about injuries. So I think I might just end the stream here. Let it speak for itself, and go to bed. Have a good night. So thank you very much, guys, for stopping in, for seeing this on the playback, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow for some more of these eliminator picks. Bye bye.